The motor's in, it's holding itself up. So we're just gonna start reassembling the front end today. Headlights, radiator, intercooler piping, all that good stuff. I tried putting the S14 drive shaft in, but it was about a quarter inch too long, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about that yet. I'm not really sure, but still making good progress. The shifter's in. I just have to put the snapper in. Yeah, so I played around with having the S13 front with the back of the S14. That was too long. And then the S13 front, S13 back with the S13 front. And that was too long, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to get a solid one-piece drive shaft made up for this. But anyways, it's pretty nice out. And I'll do that snap ring right now. Alright, so I got that snap ring in. I actually shouldn't have done that because the tranny still doesn't have fluid, but feels fine. So I'll just start on the intercooler piping. Scratch that. Before I do the intercooler piping, I'm going to do the headlights and radiator. So I got the headlights mounted up. This one's a little off, but I think that's how it was before. Just got to tuck all these wires. But it's coming along. Get the radiator in next. Just got the radiator in and both the headlights. It's sturdy, but it's really close to the front of the motor. It's like, I gotta tuck these wires good. But this hose should be able to just connect right there. This one goes down here, just needs a little cut, and it'll line right up, which is pretty nice. All you gotta do is cut it like right here and it'll fit right on. Just gotta twist it a little bit so it's not hitting the radiator. And I'll get back to you once I do that. We got this coolant hose hooked up. It's a little rigged, but it'll work. This one I have to make the hole a little bigger because the port down here, you can't see, that needs to be E. It's a little bigger than the stock KA one, so all I have to do is make that hose a little bigger and should fit up. Now I get to start putting the intercooler on. Can't wait for that. Decided not to do the intercooler next. I'm gonna work on all these wires up here and whatnot. This thing, I don't know what I'm doing with the throttle cable yet, but this is for the brake booster, and there's a port right there. So I'm gonna cut it about right there, and then it should be able to reach right there. Power brakes, so I won't have to worry about that. The only thing I'm gonna have to worry about that's power is power steering pump, but that can come later on. I can always make my own bracket with the KA pump because I already have the KA line, so why not? So I'm just gonna continue working on getting the brake booster line hooked up, and I'll get back to you. Just got the brake booster line hooked up. It wasn't too hard. Had to open this up and cut it down, but that's mounted. That's all hooked up, so now I'll have brakes. I might try and tackle the throttle cable now. We'll see. With the throttle cable, I searched a couple forums. Everyone had to make them themselves. So I'm just going to make my own bracket out of this spare piece of metal right here. I'm going to bend it down, notch out one of these holes so we can fit the throttle cable, and it should work. I'm going to cut this out, cut this down, and then cut it to the right size. Place it right there and throttle cable should line up. I marked it up. It's a little big, but I'd rather have it big now and then have to remake another one down there, but I'll cut this, cut that, and then this, and we'll start marking up where to drill the holes. Alright, so I got version 1 mocked up of this. All I gotta do is like clean this up. This hole, I need to get the right screw for that hole. This one went in nice, but this is all nice. There's a little slack. She rips. Should be good. Pretty sturdy. I just gotta get another bolt for that and clean this up a little bit, round off the edges, paint it, and it'll look pretty good. Got the throttle cable all buttoned up. We got 2 bolts on it. There's a little slack. I'll put the phone down and go inside the car. I got my foot in the car. There's a throttle body. Full throttle right there. Fully open, yup. And it goes back down. Works. Pretty hyped on that. There's another thing down on the RB swap. Getting one step closer every time we work on it. So it's 12:50 in the morning. I have school in the morning, but I'm really bored. Can't sleep. Shitty week. So work on your race car. While we're at it, tuck this out of the way so we can get the intercooler piping in, no problem. This is for the fans. I'm just gonna rewire them anyways. I'm gonna have everything on a switch basically. Because fans, gauges, and fuel pump on a switch, I'd have to buy the $700 wiring specialties, so not looking forward to that, so I'm not going to do that. So I'll just put them on switches with a push start, and then I'll have a key for the battery so you can shut off when the car has power and when it doesn't. So what I'm doing right now, intercooler, gonna work on that. This one I'm just gonna put a bolt through, a nut and bolt, and put it right here. This intercooler actually looks pretty clean. There's no blow by at all. None in there. None on this side. I'd say that KAs were all pretty healthy until they blew up. Whatever, it's a KA life. Alright guys, so intercooler's mounted up. Coming along, can't fucking wait. We just got one bolt up here holding it up. It's pretty sturdy. I want to make brackets for down bottom eventually. Those are going to require a welder, so I can't do that right now. So I'm just going to attach the rest of the intercooler piping, and I might get back to you. We'll see. Basically got the cold side hooked up. I had to use one of the old intercooler piping. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to use all the black stuff, but can't get everything. This, it's gonna be sticking up a little bit because... Okay guys, so the cold side is basically all hooked up. I'm gonna wait to do up there because I have to put gasket maker, and there's one other thing I forgot. Oh, change out the injectors before I fully bolt this down. So I'll start the warm side or hot side, and then so I'm wrapping it up for the night. We got intercooler mounted, cold side mounted. We got the throttle body cable, headlights, radiator hose up here. We still have the other one. Hot side is gonna be a little tricky. We got MAF and intake. What else do we have? Blow off. I think that's about it for tonight. I'm tired-ish. I'm not really that tired. But I'll be back tomorrow to work on this. Because why not? I hate just keeping projects like sitting around. It really sucks just watching something just sit and like you can't do anything with it. So why not just fucking do it? Get it over with. And you won't have to worry about it. So get your projects done and stop slacking. But that's a wrap on this video. If you guys liked it, comment, like, subscribe, share. It really helps. Keep making sick shit like this. So stay tuned.